I'd like to take you on a brief tour of my book, Voyage Around My Room. We'll start with the cover and binding. I picked this peachy pink color because it reminded me of the way light glowed in the room I write about in the book. The cover material really shows off its best feature when I tilt the book back and forth. I love this shimmer. I arranged the title in a square shape, roughly the floor plan of the room. The word voyage makes up the west wall, around the north wall, my room the east wall, and by Kate Gorman the southern wall. The gap in the bottom of the west wall is also where the door to the room actually was. I gave the linen twine binding a little flair by including a few strands of cotton embroidery thread that matched the reddish pink of the title printing. After you open the book, it's nice to feel the difference between the cover and the pages. I like listening to the difference in the texture by sliding my finger along each of them. Here's the cover sound. And the page sound. As we get into the book, there's a table of contents with an introduction, parts 1 through 6 that take you through the main features of the room, then an afterword, and an afterword. At the end of the book is the copyright info and more information about the materials. I like the page flipping sound better going from back to front. And now I'll read an excerpt from the afterword about the light that inspired the cover. I'm pretty sure the color of the light in that room wasn't as saturated as I've made it in the digital version of this book. The shimmery paper I chose for the print cover also will not be accurate, since you can't make a cover out of warm ambient light reflected off a red brick wall, filtered through crepe myrtle branches, and filling a creamy painted room. The color that sits in my mind is really just a way of codifying my sense of the color, creating a marker that gets at the feeling and not necessarily the reality. I can't even check the reality anymore. Not just because it's been 7+ years since I lived there, but the brick building across the street from that apartment has been painted a combo of cherry red and cool light gray, likely changing the character of the light in that room forever.